About time you got here. Are you ready to get started?
Oh, yeah, I'm always late. I'm sorry, but I'm here.
But you showed up
I did.
on the right day.
I did.
That's bragging rights, isn't it?
That's good for me.
Most of you know Amelia Presley. She's been in several of our videos. She's been around for a little while. She's my latest rookie. She's going to learn how to handle rattlesnakes. She's expressed an interest in this for quite some time now. She's had a little bit of experience, touched a few,
Yeah.
but we're going to go even further today. So let's start out with the tools. You're somewhat familiar with these tools, but there's two primary tools that a snake handler is going to use on a regular basis. Pinner and tongs. Pinner primarily is going to be used in situations more like when you're in a show or you're doing a demonstration for someone. Then this pinner, you pin the head, immobilize it in such a way that you can pick the snake up. A part of what we're going to do here in a little while, I'm going to talk with you a little bit about the difference between free handling a rattlesnake and pinning a rattlesnake. And we'll see how we get. You may or may not do one or both, but we'll just see how it goes. We do have one rattlesnake out. What I need for everyone to know, we always clarify this whenever we're doing snake handling anywhere. This snake is not altered in any way. This rattlesnake has the capacity to inflict a deadly bite. So, all right, for the next exercise, what I'm going to do, we're going to let you work a little bit with these tongs. And like I told you, these tongs are primarily for just moving the snake around when you're not going to be holding with your hands. So what I'm going to ask you to do, I'm going to direct you, but you're going to take these tongs and you're going to walk over and pick that snake up. You're going to pick him up about a quarter of the way back behind his body so he can still move his head and his body around okay. But you don't want to get him too far back, you don't want to get him too far forward.
Okay.
Just about a quarter of the way behind his head. So he's straightening out his fangs now because we were fooling with him a while ago. It looks like he's yawning. What he's doing, he folds those fangs out and then folds them back up into the pockets in the roof of his mouth. All right, so you'll just step over there very carefully and very slowly and just use the side that's about a quarter of the way back behind his head. And I want you just to clamp him and lift him up.
Okay. Can I come around this way?
Any way you want.
Just grab him.
Let me give you a little bit longer step.
Okay.
No sense moving too fast. Yeah, you're just going to grab, pinch him with those tongs. Not tight, you know, it doesn't have to be really hard, just enough to hold on to him.
He's going to strike at me.
Take another step forward. You're fine. He can't reach you from there. He can strike about 1/2 of his body length.
Okay.
So he's not near where he can reach you.
So go fast, slow.
It don't matter. He don't care. He may strike when you pick him up, but that's okay.
It's right about there, okay?
Mm-hmm. It's about right. Right in that little crook right there. Move on up on him a little bit. Take one more step forward. Plenty far enough away. Okay. You don't have to go fast enough. You got him there now. Well, yeah, right there. Perfect. I see you got him where you can lift him up and put him somewhere. If you need to put him in a box, or if you need to move him around to a different place, you can totally control it. See, you can see his head nowhere close enough to bite you, but you've got control of him right now. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to talk with you a little bit about free handling the rattlesnake. We talked a little about the pinning part of it, but free handling the rattlesnake, you do not have his head controlled at any time. So you have to be watching that head. The head's the only part of that snake can hurt you. So you have to constantly be aware of where the head is. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick the snake up in a free hand, and then I'm going to move around with him a little bit and kind of show you what it looks like. Then you're going to come up beside me and kind of behind me, and I'm going to pass the snake off to you.
Okay.
One of the very important elements of free handling the rattlesnake, you're going to always keep him overhand. So with that hand that you're holding him over here, that hand's going to be over the top of his body. That way, if you ever have to get away from him or turn him loose and he tries to strike at you or gets real aggressive, you can turn him loose, he'll fall away from you. He'll never stick to you. If you put your hand underneath the body of the snake, then he could possibly stick to you and then get to you to bite you.
Okay.
So we're going to be handling overhand, and you'll be controlling his head with this pinner. And
right.
if you have to get rid of him, just remember you can get rid of him at any time and then just back out into a safe position. You can see that I can see right where that head is at all times. And I've got my hand held over hand. Move up to my side and just a little bit behind me. And the first thing I want you to do is reach and take the tail, just about where I have it out, okay? It's too close to your hand. I don't like it now. Let's try again. Now.
Oh my God. Jackie!
That. Hold him secure. Remember, you let him go at any time. Now you take that pinner and you got a handle. Free handling a rattlesnake right there. Head is not pinned, but you're controlling it. Control it with the tools and with your hand. It's kind of cool, ain't it?
It's pretty cool.
Gives you a little bit of feeling of excitement, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You'll pass him back to me.